Summer 24, EC3 students, welcome back. Catherine Robertson here. We are actually rounding out week 7. And this is the last week of new material that you will be seeing. A lot of you have already turned in materials for this week in chapter 15 from the text. There are a lot of hand-picked short video clips that I have for you relating to chapter 15 and this idea of managing teams. A lot of you either maybe you have worked in teams, or maybe you already manage groups of folks, or you've worked with a group or a team in another class, right? And so a couple of the things about, the things that will be kind of answered during this chapter, some of the learning outcomes, right, from this chapter, things that we will be looking at. So what would be some of the benefits of working in a team, and how do teams evolve over time, and what are some things we have to think about when we're managing groups of folks? And also conflict resolution is a biggie, right? Those of you that have had business communication or possibly interpersonal communication and those type of courses, they touch a lot on conflict management. And you probably know, those of you that have had previous employment or are employed right now, the folks that you work with that are good at handling conflict, right? The managers or individuals that are better at diffusing than escalating, right? We always want to default to, let's try to diffuse a heightened situation or a situation where there's conflict the best that we can versus escalate it, right? And so if we are natural escalators, then, and that's our tendency, we have to make a conscious choice to try to figure out how do we change kind of our tactics so that we can help diffuse conflict versus escalate. And that, whether you are managing the team or you are part of the team, that is a good skill set to have. All right, problem solving within a team, and also some of the things, what are some of the best practices for managing and working with multicultural teams, or maybe multilingual different teams. And so in chapter 15, we really get into this idea of how teams, and this idea of the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, right? And this idea of diversity, which we've talked about in other chapters as well. This idea of in 15.3, Tuckman's model of team development, this is a tried and true, and this is across many different types of courses that I talk about this, or this idea of what are you doing when you're in a team? They go through different stages when you're in a team, right? There's this idea of the forming stage where the teams form, and you get a little bit of work done, but then there's this conflict time, and they call it storming, right? So it goes forming, storming, norming, and then performing. So first there's this idea of forming, then there's some conflict resolution, and you get more into the norming, and then you're able to perform. And this is actually true for sports teams as well. So look through chapter 15, let me know what questions you have. You see that you have, how many videos do I have for you? Trusting teams, power teams, conflict, how to diffuse it. 3 short videos for you. There is no discussion this week. What you do have is a few homework questions, page 519, 2, 5, and 7. So go ahead and work on those. And again, we are looking at, and I do have the spot open in week 8. If you are working on your PowerPoint, I'm excited to see lots of different PowerPoints. You can choose whatever type of background, that you like. And that is in week 8. You will see the 7 to 10 slide slot there that you can submit it in week 8. And the exam is not up. That will be also in week 8, 35 multiple choice, 6 short answer. And I will talk a little bit more about that as we round out the week. Today is Monday. Make sure that you are getting your homework in. If you are having any kind of issues relating to homework, discussion, we have the exam next week, and then the course is over, right? And so thinking about 8-1 is the last day of the term, which is Thursday, August 1st. So thinking about anything going on as the course wraps up, these 8-week courses fly right by, right? If you are struggling in any way, shape, or form, reach out to me via email, crobertson@ec3pa.org, or if you would like, you can also reach out to me. My phone, I need a new case, but my phone, you can text me. And, if you need some sort of immediate attention, or you just feel texting is more comfortable, shoot me a text, tell me your name, tell me that you're in BUS 103, and whatever the issue is, we can resolve it, right? Hopefully. So if you are working on your homework, this week we only have one chapter, so it gives you a little bit more extra. We have no homework next week, but we do have the exam and we have the project due. My phone number, 814-490-6473. And we are wrapping up. So I will circle back around with you on Wednesday and talk to you a little bit about the upcoming week, because all of our assignments, including the exam, which I will post, everything will be due by 11:59 p.m., 8/1, Thursday, August 1st. Great job this summer. Most of the gradebook also should be updated if you're handing in some things. Even if you have late work, if you missed a homework or something, you still get a bunch of points, right? And the other thing about the homework or about the gradebook is that it is building. So when you see 6 points for a homework assignment, if you get all 6, that's actually a percentage point. So when you add up all the points at the end of the semester, those are percentage points that equal 100. So each discussion post that you turn in, building points toward your 100. So you can calculate your grade as you go. And your final exam is not, is only worth a portion of your grade. So if you're not a great exam taker, but you've been turning in your homework all the time and you've been posting to the discussion board and you've been getting full points for those, you already have a really solid grade. I don't know if that makes it any easier, right? Some of you I may see in the fall in person, right? So that will be great. Also, if you are interested in meeting, I pop in and out of campus this week and next week as well, and the following week actually, but that will be after courses are over. But have a great rest of week 7, and then I will circle back Wednesday to talk about the opening of week 8 on Thursday.